From AccuWeather.com, this is AccuWeather Daily, a brief host-read article. It's weather news in a nutshell. As many as a half a dozen storms are expected to roll onshore in the northwestern part of the U.S. through next week, bringing periods of drenching rain to lower elevations and accumulating snow to the higher terrain. One of the more potent storms will tap into a fire hose of moisture known as an atmospheric river. AccuWeather's Chad Merrill said that rainfall from this pattern may help ease long-term drought conditions, but it may fall at a heavy enough rate to lead to some travel disruptions. Quick rises on some of the small streams and short-run rivers in the region will become more likely with each successive storm. There will be an increasing risk of mudslides and other debris flows in recent wildfire burn scar locations. As of midweek, satellite images showed a long plume of moisture extending from Japan and the Philippines to just off the coast of the northwest coast of the U.S. This long conveyor belt of moisture, or atmospheric river, is expected to reach the U.S. coast before the end of the week as a storm moves ashore. Additional storms may follow, bringing repeated rounds of atmospheric river activity through next week. Between 1 and 2 inches of rain will fall along the Interstate 5 corridor of Washington and Oregon in waves through Friday evening and may end up being the biggest rainfall since mid-August. Greater amounts of rain, up to 4 inches, will fall on the lower western and southwestern facing slope of the Olympics and the lower western slopes of the Cascades. The AccuWeather local storm max rainfall total is 6 inches through Saturday night, representing the highest localized amount expected during this storm period. AccuWeather's Alyssa Glenny said that along the immediate coastlines of Washington and Oregon, rainfall rates can peak early Friday into the start of the afternoon. Hourly rainfall rates could reach 1.5 inches in coastal areas such as Astoria and Newport during peak intensity early Friday. Additional storms will roll in through much of next week, with spacing in between each precipitation event ranging from several hours to a day or two. The next storm in the series will begin on Saturday and continue into Sunday. Some roads may become slushy and snow-covered over the passes from late Saturday night to Sunday in the Cascades. A brief lull in precipitation is possible on Monday, but additional rounds of rain and mountain snow are forecast to return Tuesday. Snow levels will vary from storm to storm and during each individual storm. Where snow is not creating slushy or slick conditions over the passes, fog and gusty winds may still cause travel delays and hazards. Cumulative rainfall totals Wednesday through next weekend may average 3 to 6 inches in lower elevations along the I-5 corridor and as much as 6 to 12 inches along some of the west and southwest facing lower slopes of the Cascades and Olympics. Cumulative snowfall over the high country is likely to range from 1 to 3 feet. In addition to the rain and snow, gusty winds will accompany some of the more potent storms. Wind gusts of up to 50 miles per hour are expected in most areas, with an AccuWeather local storm max of 60 miles per hour along the coast and through mountain passes. These winds may be strong enough to break tree limbs and cause sporadic power outages. South of the storm track, which will occasionally dip into Northern California and spread inland across the Northwest, dry winds may develop in Southern California. As high pressure builds into the Great Basin, a pattern of stiff breezes to gusty winds, known as a Santa Ana, will develop through the canyons of Southern California from Tuesday through Wednesday. While the dry winds will raise wildfire concerns, the fire risk is not expected to be as high as usual for this time of year. That is due to recent vegetation growth following multiple rain events in recent weeks. That's all for now. You can find more regional forecasts and science-based articles at AccuWeather.com. And for your local forecast at your fingertips, download the AccuWeather app. Enjoy the rest of your day. Be safe. I'll be back tomorrow with more from AccuWeather.